Hello, live chatters. Clearing my throat. What's going on? How come this is not working? Oh, there we are. It is working. Hey, Douglas Block, January 19th, 2020, in the year of our Lord. Can you believe it's 2020? Oh my goodness. I used to watch a show called 2020 back in the 1970s, Barbara Walters. Somebody called her Barbara Wawa. Anyway, nice to see you all here. You're checking in, Anthony Olson. Anthony, did you get the email I sent you about your comments on my manuscript? I wonder if you had finished making them. Mohammed, nice to see you. Doing well, good. Nice to hear it. See, Anthony was really struggling a couple of weeks or months ago. He was at his wit's end, and now he's doing better. What goes down must come up. This is my message of hope and healing. This whole depression recovery channel, which now has 52,000 subscribers. Can you believe it, boys and girls? 52,000 subscribers. We're headed to 100,000 by the end of 2021. Hopefully I'll still be here. I think I'm going to. Well, Matthew Coulter, haven't seen you before. Hi from the Gaza Strip. You know, my best friend Thelonious is in a place called Lebanon. Have you ever heard of it? There's a city called Beirut. You must have heard of Beirut, haven't you? I'm joking, of course. Hey, Kay Bailey, nice to see you. Matthew says, I dropped out of college and I'm really missing the social aspect of it. I get depressed and just feel lonely. Any tips? I work out daily and sleep well too. Well, if you work out daily, Matthew, how about connecting with some of the people at the gym, assuming you go to a gym? That's how I made two of my best friends at the swimming pool back in the 80s when I used to swim laps every single day, 7 days a week. The place you work out at, you know, the gym, 24-hour fitness, and YMCA, that can be a place of community. But Matthew makes a very good point. I did a video called Social, Why We Are Hardwired to Connect, also How to Overcome Loneliness, all about how human beings need companionship and intimacy to feel whole and well, physically as well as emotionally. People can actually be protected from heart attacks, they've shown, if they have intimacy in their lives. Doesn't mean to eat steak and bacon, but yes, our social life has a huge impact on our physical, emotional health. Speaking of which, I just got an inspiration to do a new video called, is it hard for you to ask for help? That's my new video, which I'm going to record a week from Tuesday. Yonela Yako, greetings from South Africa. Haven't seen you before. Jason Clulo, hey, I love you, my friend. Your bad jokes. Jason has a bunch of chimney jokes he'd like to tell you. He's actually got a stack of them. There you are, Jason, hoisted by your own petard. Anthony and Mohammed, yes, the two math teachers. Actually, who's the other math teacher you've been connecting with, Anthony? Don Fortier, pack animals, absolutely right. I love you, Don. Mariano Semino, greetings from Italy. Do you know I just had a TAUC tour? They're a big tour company. He sent me a brochure with 5 different tours of Italy. Mariano, will you please email me? I need to know which of the tours to take. I'm serious. I wanted to go to Italy ever since I was in 6th grade. I'm now 70 years old. DouglasBlock@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'd like to be able to give me some hints on where to go in Italy. Mohammed, just hang in there. You will get out of this. Bristol, UK. I love the UK. Cheryl Daniel. Hey, where do you live? Are you in the UK also? Matthew, thanks, Douglas. You honestly have the best depression recovery channel I've seen on YouTube. I will try to see my one good friend I still have at home. Matthew, send me an email. I'll send you my other videos on how to overcome loneliness, social. I have a lot of stuff. DouglasBlock@gmail.com. Claren Devaney, haven't seen you. Got a lot of new live chatters. And look at Sama Ismail. Been fighting depression for 6 months now. You keep telling me that this too shall pass, Doug, but the pain is constant. Everything is overwhelming. Look, Shauna, I understand. I've had 4 breakdowns, 5 hospitalizations. People say, don't you have anything better than a master's degree in counseling? I said, yes, I have a PhD in suffering. A PhD in suffering. You know what that means? Help! Help! Ever since I've been 2 years old. However, I can tell you there is joy in between the depressive episodes. Hang in there. I'm going to do a video called Why You Should Never Give Up. Absolutely. Wow, Venice is beautiful. Okay, the forgotten one. How do you know? Do you live there? Yeah, I've heard Venice is amazing. Okay, I got to make sure I go to Venice. What about Florence? I minored in art history. I've always wanted to go to Florence. I'll find myself a Venice subscriber for a while. Yes, nice work. So, Camille has just posted a chat saying, I've been following this channel since 2018 and many times I wanted to join the live chat, but I thought it was stupid, but now I need help and I hope you will help me. I'm depressed since 2017. We are here to help you, Camille. This whole community is here to help you, but not just help you, help one another. This is since you were 2 years old suffering, actually when the sperm hit the egg, my friend Lagai, Lisa from Canada. My mother fell down the stairs when she was pregnant. My father and mother were actually having a lot of problems. I picked that up. My mother had depression, got 5 ECT treatments. Yes, boys and girls, I've had genetic depression, biological depression. Oh, woe is me. But I got good therapy, good tips, and now I'm feeling pretty well. And I've started a mental health depression, what is it called? Website, healingfromdepression.com, as well as a YouTube channel, as well as a newsletter. And now I've started a podcast, boys and girls. I'm going to have my first podcast put up on the internet sometime by the end of the month, and I will let you know how to get a hold of my podcast channel. Speaking of which, there is an amazing, well, of course, everything's genetic. Lagai, heart disease, cancer, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so have you ever seen a podcast called Giving Voice to Depression, run by 2 sisters in Wisconsin? It is an amazing, they've interviewed 220 people. It's a fantastic thing. They do a fantastic job. They are really doing an amazing service to the world and the community. Anyway, check that podcast out, but I am going to appear. I'm a guest on January 28th. Please download. I know I sound like I'm begging. Oh, I can't even spell download. My interview, right. Because that's going to help them make money and it's going to help my interviews stay up longer. So there, Giving Voice to Depression. Raise your hand. Let me know if you've ever heard of that podcast or gone there. If you have Apple, iPhone, Google iPhone, you can just go www.givingvoicetodepression.com. You'll find it. Hey there, I'm really frustrated at my job. It's depressing me, says Karina White. I've been there for almost 7 years. Don't feel appreciated. Should you look for another job? Well, everything happens in 7 years. People have the 7-year itch when they're married, and people have the 7-year itch when they're working. So I can't really advise you over the internet what to do, but you should go look in your heart and check it out with people who know you, your friends, your family, your therapist. So yeah, if you're not happy where you are, don't quit, however. The best time to find a job is when you have a job. Hey, Robert Jenkins. Robert has been a very generous contributor to this channel. By the way, we have the super chat button on the lower left-hand side with a dollar sign. No donations in the first 8 minutes. Don't worry, I'll survive. But yes, the podcast, my podcast, or the Giving Voice to Depression. My podcast is not going to be up for a while, but Giving Voice to Depression is now there. You Are Not Your Brain. Jeffrey Schwartz, I love Jeffrey Schwartz. He did something called Brain Lock, and I actually had that book for a while. Anything that Jeffrey Schwartz writes is good. And I'm going to essentially do a video called that. And thank you for reminding me of that book. I need to get it again. Camille, hold on. Anna Solomon, have you read that book? What do you think of it? I think it's really, really cool. Let's go to Chrome. And let's go to, it's called You Are Not Your Brain. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Okay. Thank you very much for that suggestion, Anna Solomon. All right, well, we've got 56 people that are coming in. Does anxiety cause head pressure? Yes, it can. Anxiety can cause all sorts of physical symptoms, absolutely. Combination of meds and intense therapy to jog me out of the anxiety disorder and clinical depression. Keep it up, Anthony. Joke of today, what do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Don Fortier has made some really good jokes, and I'm going to basically copy and paste that. I'm talking too quickly because I'm starting to cough. Oops, so we go copy and paste. Oh, wow. Bandits, Mina, wow. I haven't heard from you in a while time. Does depression... Goes depression for, I don't understand your question, but yes, it is tiring to be depressed. You love it. Well, check out Brain Lock also. He's a good guy. He's a PhD. Rock Orban says, I sleep all day and feel a lot. I'm not quite sure what that means, but sleeping all day can be a sign of depression. You will beat your depression, Mohammed. I promise you. This too shall pass. Yes, I got that, Jason. Clulo, you've said that before. The librarian said the book on paranoia is right behind me. Joke from the homeless man was my roommate in the psych hospital. Why did the homeless man build a roundhouse? So his friends couldn't pee in the corner. That's not too bad. I guess homeless people do pee in the streets. Well, what a tragedy that in a wealthy country like America, we have people who are homeless. Anyway, I still love the gummy bear joke. All right, let's... What the hell? Okay, something just happened to my... What the heck is going on? Something just happened to my computer, guys. Okay, I don't know what's happening. All these windows are coming up. Okay, now God, this computer always does all sorts of things only on live chat days. SM, hi Douglas, how are you? Happy New Year. Wishing you lots of happiness. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, SM. I think I know you. Classic Cards, do you have any DBT or CBT workbooks you can recommend? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Marshall Linehan has one, and there's a book called Robert Jenkins. Thank you so much. Brainlock is an awesome book, says Robert, and he contributed $20. What a mensch. You know what mensch means in Yiddish? What a fine person Robert is. And yes, I am so glad he's doing better. I'm so glad Anthony Olson is doing better. You guys who are down in the dumps, you just prove that depression can be treated and healed. Oh, you're in Richmond, Virginia. Wow. My doctor won't fill my RX hormones, which are not only relieve menopause, but relieve my depression. Wow. By the way, Lazy Eye Ranch, I want to fly down to Palm Desert. Is that near you? And if so, what hotels do you recommend? All right. Let me go back to some of the other comments. They've been really coming in. Thank you again, Robert. Everybody agree? I'll check out the Brainlock, says Pamela Meld. Yes. Doing better now. Enjoying the live chat. Of course, Pamela's a beautiful name. I know so many cool Pams. I went to look. Okay, I sleep all day. I'm going back. Mohammed, this is really how I feel. Perhaps depression will never end. No, it will end. Son, if you write to me, I will send you a chapter on hope. DouglasBlock@gmail. Whoops, that's my Patreon list. Well, you can always be a Patreon survivor. Let's try this. Okay, DouglasBlock@gmail.com. Yeah. Hi from New York. I was raised in New York, Jackie James. More Douglas wisdom is a great thing. Well, yes, I suppose so. All right, doing all right. Thank you, Jason. Okay, we're going up. You have a PhD as well? Yes, Don, a PhD in suffering. We have all got one. Just tell anybody ask you, what type of degree you have, just say a PhD, and they'll shut up. Happy Sunday, Doug Nelson. Virtuous woman, I love you. Lori B. Midlife woman, have your hormones checked? Yes, yes, yes. That is really, really amazing. Yes, Lori, I think hormone rebalancing, some of my women's friends tell me, does help at midlife. Since you were 2 years old, yes, it's genetic, I said. Oh, new to live chat. Who is this here I'm looking at? Christine Getachew. I will. I hope you enjoy it. It's a really cool thing. Well, Camille, let me know how we can help you. Just ask questions, we'll answer. We'll all help you. We're all here to help each other. All right. Palm Desert is close to me. I'll check previews of hotels, some really nice ones. Yes, well, let me know about Palm Desert. I want to go down there to get out of the rain. El Tigre, thank you so much. You give me the will to go on. Well, thank you. You know what? I'm going to do a whole video on this. What do you guys think about this? The will to live, if I can only type. Okay, I'm having a really hard time. Wow, this is. I wish I could talk into this computer. Maybe I'll actually go on my larger computer next time. Okay, one more time. The will to live. Okay, how does that go? There's a book by a doctor from the 60s called Arnold Hunsaker. I can't pronounce the name. Anyway, yes, the will to live is your greatest ally. That's one of my next videos. Because that's a survival instinct. That's what makes, people, animals fight to the last minute. You remember that Dylan Thomas song, "Do Not Go Lightly Into That Good Night"? Yes, we all have to fight. We all have to overcome, and we do overcome because of our will to live. Susan McDonald from Virginia, nice to see you. As long as you're not wearing that same green shirt. Yes, well, I'm not wearing it now, and I'll not wear it the next time. Robert, you can tell me what to do. You're a contributor. Your wish is my command. What is the first thing you would do if you get depressed? And call my counselor, call my therapist, exercise, get my medication changed, call up a friend, go to day treatment, all sorts of things you can do if depression comes back. Beauty for Ashes TV. Is it a book? What is a book? Beauty for Ashes, that comes out of the Bible. God says to somebody, I will give you beauty for ashes. What verse is that, people? Chom Choms, they pretty much skipped about 3 days of school last week just to sleep. Having another relapse would not be what I need right now. I'll go talk to the student counselor tomorrow. Very good. You know, colleges are very, very, very sympathetic with people with depression. It's such a big thing. Does depression last forever? Absolutely not. It's episodic. Here's the word. What does episodic mean, boys and girls? It means, do you go watch, have you ever watched Netflix series like Breaking Bad? Each week they had a new episode. Depressions are like that. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes, right? Whoops. They come and they go. Oliver Woolley. Hi, Doug. I've been suffering depression for a while now. I have low energy, bad memory, and sleep apnea. Need help? Yes. Well, that's what mental health professionals are for. There's never been a better time in human history to be depressed than now. Why? We have medications. We have TMS. We have ACT. We have ketamine. We have neurofeedback. We have all these techniques to rebalance the brain. Even though you are not your brain, when your brain screws up, you feel screwed up. So we have to take care of our brain health. Who just said that? I want to help somebody out here who asked me about something. What we just hit 70 people. Yeah, Oliver Woolley. If you give me your email address or send me an email, I will send you this chart. Here it is, right here. Healing from depression and anxiety. Activities for therapy activities for self-care. Self-care activities to improve your mood. Here's the other side. All these different things you can do will help your mood, will change your brain, including medication. Yes, it comes and goes. Thank you, Jason. Anyway, Oliver, write me and I'll send that to you. It means it's not chronic. Well, it is chronic. You can have chronic episodic depression. What do you think addiction is? It's a chronic episodic relapsing disease, right? You're on the wagon and you get off. Then you're on the wagon, you get off. So it is chronic, but chronic doesn't mean lasting all the time. If it lasted all the time, none of us would survive, right? It means it comes and it goes. It's like the rain in Oregon. It was pouring yesterday. Now the sun is out. It's pouring. The sun is out. You get breaks. Otherwise, none of us could take that pain 24/7 all the time. So yes, episodic means it has a beginning, middle, and end. That's why you should never give up. Never give up. I want to see that Mr. Rogers movie. I love him. Tom Hanks so much. Yes, definitely see that. You want to have your spirit uplifted. There were 2 movies about Mr. Rogers. One a documentary called "Won't You Be in My Neighborhood" or something, and I forgot the first one, but it's an incredible documentary from 2018 or 2017, and the other one is called A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Oh, the first one is called "Won't You Be My Neighbor." Watch both of them. He's uplifting, he's spiritual, he's a bodhisattva, which means in Buddhism, someone has come to heal others. All right, Europe, Catherine, yes, you've been here before. Are you from the Netherlands or somewhere near there? We have Doug Block. I don't know what that means, Anna, but yes, you do have me at least for the next 45 minutes or 41 minutes. My mom is on 0.6265 Premarin and Lexapro for 26 years. It saved her life. Wow, Lori. What is Premarin? Is that some sort of a hormone? The Blockheads, thank you very much. That's what we're going to have, a t-shirt. Mr. Rogers' movie is about forgiveness. Absolutely. Hey, from India. Hello to all. Oh, you're from London. Wow. Well, I went to a lot of good Indian restaurants in London when I was there in '83. I managed to hang on for another week without sleep at all. Oh, hey, Najarajan, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but go get your sleep checked out. You cannot go without sleep for a long period of time without having some major problems psychologically. So go to your doctor. There are medications for sleep that are non-habit forming, and you really need to get your sleep regulated. Where can you get this chart? From me. I'm the author. I'm the creator. I'm the only person on planet Earth who has it. Out of 6 billion people on planet Earth, only I have this chart. Simply email me and I'll send you a copy. All right. Pony Girl, do you think anxiety is episodic too? Of course it is. Uh, Exposure therapy is not very well, working very well. Keep it up, Pony Girl. Yes, anxiety comes and goes. There are medications, and I can't prescribe over the internet, but you can talk to your doctor. There are substances that you can use for anxiety, and one of them is actually non-addictive. But exposure therapy is usually the way to deal with agoraphobia, so keep it up and maybe tweak it. But yes, it is not forever. That is the big lie. Depression lies about the future. You should go look at one of my videos. It's one of my best videos out there. It's called Depression Lies About the Future. Now, why do I say that? Someone tell me what that means, depression lies about the future. It's kind of obvious, but I want to hear somebody say it, and I would also like to get another contribution. I love the movie, encouraging, yes. Hi, Douglas, do you have a list of affecting coping thoughts? Hello from Texas. Yes, I have a book called Words That Heal. Check it out on Amazon. It's an ebook. It's only $5, $5.99. It's called Words That Heal. It's a book of affirmations. All of those are coping thoughts. Okay, so Oliver is giving me his email address. Oh, Wooly, what's the I doing there, Oliver? At hotmail.com. You know, there was a great play on Broadway called Oliver. Somebody just gave $4.99, and thank you so much. And who is that? El Tigre. Is that how I spell it? I mean, that's tiger in Spanish, right? Well, thank you for your donation. Really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and cut and paste Oliver's address so I can go ahead and send him. And then we're going to come back to the live chat. Well, this happens again. Wow. All right. Sarah Shanahan, nice to see you again. One of my favorite commenters. I like the name, the Blockheads. Yes, someone invented that yesterday. Look at my last message, Doug. LOL, the forgotten one. Mohammed, please don't do it. Well, I'm from Norway, Bandits Mina Mina. Okay, there was somebody who was like that from Texas, but had the same name. Rudy Zavendo, nice to hear from you again. How do you deal with existential depression? How can one stay positive when the product miles, food, stresses, exponential population points towards the collapse in the next few decades? Rudy, you're like Woody Allen. That's what he used to say, all the suffering in the world. Well, guess what? There's something in AA that says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. You can do what you can do. Climate change, vote for senators and congressmen who want to address climate change. Do what you can, but also focus on yourself in the here and now. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Nobody does. You know, someone from a distant galaxy could come and save us all. But what you need to do is focus on the moment and what you can do today and not get too bent out of shape. And don't listen to too much news. It's very, very depressing. So you're right. The world is in a bad place, but it's always been in a bad place, right? We're in the best of times and we're in the worst of times, said Charles Dickens in A Tale of Two Cities in the 1800s. So focus on yourself, what you can do, and focus on helping other people. That will take you out of your own pain. Thank you about your haircut. I got it just for here. SM book is about a 10 on Amazon. And what is SM mean? Can you let me know, Robert Jenkins? Do most hospitals have day treatments? Most do, but not all. You have to be in a large city. Isolation is the killer, Lagai. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The second law of thermodynamics doesn't lie about our future, no matter how much we wish it. Yes. Rudy Zadvendo is a very good physicist. What does the second law of dynamics mean, everybody? Here it is. And no one has told me why depression lies about the future is a good title. Here is what he was talking about. I think the second law of thermodynamics is, if I remember from physics, is entropy. Everything is breaking down towards a state of disorganization. However, in the book, The Road Less Traveled, M. Scott Peck says that there is a force that can counter entropy, and that is love. Because despite the fact that things should be breaking down, we are evolving into more and more complexity. Each generation is better than the last, and so there is lots of, wow, what is going on with that bird? There's some very large birds coming to my bird feeder. Sorry for the distraction. All right, SM. I think they're talking to me. I was asked about how to start exposures as it's so hard to begin to battle my OCD. SM, you don't have to tell me your real name, but my God, there's a bird that's... I have to change my bird feeder. Okay, I have it for most of my adult life, 2 decades, right. Lagai, Canada's changed how they treat people with mental illness and addiction, few support groups. That's too bad. Focus, thank you, Anna. I'm getting distracted by these birds because I forgot to put seeds in the bird feeder and I'm feeling very guilty. But I'll do it in 30 minutes when we finish the live chat. Okay, how do you cope with feelings like breathing and chest pain, Dead Trooper? Well, it's obvious a symptom of anxiety, so you go to a good psychologist or social worker or psychiatrist who specializes in treating anxiety. Square breathing, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, and hold for 4. That always helps with tightness in the chest. But again, find a good mental health professional. No, it's not an ostrich. I love your name, $5, Robert. Again, my God, he's going wild. I will not be able to contribute as much as before. I will stay on Patreon a bit, though. You have helped a lot of people. Guess what, Robert? You can just change your donation to Patreon. Do you know that you can actually go ahead and modify it? Just go edit your donation. Just give less money. That's fine. Dan48, thank you for your $5 contribution. So Robert, yeah, I'll send you an email about that. Your baby still at 25, you must try everything you can. She's only 25, she is a baby. The brain doesn't even finish developing till 26. Sana, hang in there. Your best days are ahead of you. Yeah, no, depression is evil, Sana. You have things to look forward to. Do not listen to that voice. Are you seeing a psychologist? And here's a number you can call all the time to get prayer help. Ready? Here it is. It is 1-816-969-2000. It's called Silent Call that number 24 hours a day for prayer support. This too shall pass, yes. By the way, anybody ever been following my friend Noah Thomas on Big No No? He's going through a hard time with alcoholism and relapse. Say some prayers for him or go on his channel and leave some good comments. Pony Girl, $10. Okay, that's the way it goes, Pony Girl. Thank you. You feel lonely often? Yes, I felt horribly lonely in college. It's a horrible feeling, but there are ways to deal with it. I have a book on, I have a video called How to Overcome Loneliness. And, you know, your higher power, the God within you is always there. So maybe you can also try connecting with that bigger presence. I know we are pack animals. We need people, but see if you can go within and contact your spiritual, self. You know what Jesus said in Matthew 28:20? I am with you even to the end of the world. That means your higher consciousness, your spirit, your divine self, your higher power is always with you, no matter how many people are there or not there. That is the key. It's not, we can't just sit in a monastery, but we all need to get in touch with our spiritual self. That is ultimately our true identity. Big No No saved. Yes, he saved a lot of people, so go on there and give him some support. I've used that number for Unity. Good folks. Absolutely, Sherry. Thank you so much. You should come see us in UK and give a talk here. I'd love to. Just send me a plan. No, I can actually afford to come there. I just need to have something set up. I'd love to come to London again. I really like London. All right. Noah's life mirrors mine. I will pray for him. Definitely pray for him. And go on his channel and leave some good comments. Thank you for what you do. Your channel has helped me through these past 3 months. Well, that's what it's here for, Pony Girl. Robert, thank you for your comments to Sana. You see, depression does lie about the future, Sana. It tells you it's hopeless. It tells you things will never get better. It tells you to give up. But as Robert just said, depression is a bitch. Depression is temporary. You have to believe that. Joke, please. You're absolutely right. We need some jokes. Too many serious people on this channel. Except I can't find my joke list. Damn. Okay. That is... Someone help me. I need a good joke. Well, what did one chicken say to the other? Well, I have a dating app. The second chicken said, what is the name of your dating app? the first chicken said hatch.com. How's that for a joke? They just opened up a restaurant on the moon. It has good food, but no atmosphere. I think Chris Geiser sent that one. He's not here today, unfortunately. Chris, thank you. Did you like those two jokes? I've had 24 years without mental illness. I did not know that it was possible for such pain and discomfort. Anyone else here struck by depression suddenly? Yeah. 5 episodes, my friend. Cymbalta messed me up for 3 years and it took 3 years to recover for it. Yes, discontinuing Cymbalta, a lot of people seem to report that really has bad side effects. That's why you should always discontinue from antidepressants very slowly and under your doctor's care. You're always tired all day? Well, find out what the cause is. Rock, have you been to a doctor? But the deduction was time to pay. Put it on my bill. My God, Don, where do you get these things? Sana, God has a purpose for your life. Whoops, yes, I agree. Walking to his other phone or anything for a couple hours helps me a lot. Absolutely. Nature is healing. Why couldn't, because he was hiding. Anthony Olson, that would be good coming from you. Anthony Olson, go to his website. He is a brilliant piano player. Why couldn't Beethoven find his teacher? Because he was hiding. Now that is very good. On the other side of fear lies freedom. D, we have a lot of really good people here today. Joke, I have CDO. It's like OCD, but the letters are in order, as they should be. Very good. Anyway, I'm going to cut and paste that joke about Haydn. That's just too good. All right, let's get back to work here. 33 minutes after that hour, 74 people watching. Our record is 80. Can we get 6 more people with depression who are desperate for help coming on here? Or people just want to laugh? Would you say that your daily life saver when your depression was very bad? Oh, other people definitely were the people who saved my life. All the support I got, plus exercise, plus the day treatment program I went to. Yes, outpatient therapy is very helpful. What is ET short for? Because he's got small legs. Not quite sure. Last night I dreamed I was eating a giant marshmallow. When I woke up, my pillow was gone. Jason, your jokes are absolutely so bad they're good. Purpose, suffering, punishment. What does that stand for? 737 people were watching. Wow, that's a huge increase from 70. I must have said something. Fish oil helps brain zaps, says Dead Trooper. Fish oil is one of the few things that medical doctors believe in, or actually I should say omega-3 fatty acids. Always best to get it from the source. Sardines, deep sea fish like tuna and salmon. Better to get your omega-3s also from walnuts too, and flax seeds. Yeah, vegetarian sources also. So what does punishing, suffering, punishment mean? Purpose, suffering, punishment, Mr. Wilkin. I had a list of bad music jokes. Oh my God, Anthony, you're only too good. Anthony, have you finished reading my manuscript? Send me an email. You do take multivitamins and fish oil? Yeah, well, I would say, Sana, get your vitamins and minerals from food. A fresh diet with fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds. Can you expound on how spiritual practice helps with depression and anxiety, says TD Star? Well, when you get in touch with your higher power, you feel a part of something greater than yourself. It gives you a sense of purpose, a sense of feeling of you're protected, and those things are always good because anxiety is fear, right? But you know what John said in perfect love casts out fear. I want you to write that down. You don't have to be a Christian to understand how powerful that is, and I'm going to write it down right here. Perfect. Yes, I think we're all on a spiritual journey, and I think we need that. Can really help us on if you're open to your spiritual higher power, and of course AA. Perfect love casts out fear. I love that. I love that. What's Mozart doing right now? He is decomposing. Oh my God. This is amazing. I love these jokes. I love music. My cousin was a piano prodigy. He used to play Rhapsody in Blue. I'd love to hear you play Rhapsody in Blue, Anthony Olson, by the way. Can I recommend a spiritual book? Yes, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. the New Testament. There are so many good spiritual books. Tapping therapy, anxiety, it works for me. That's called EFT. You should look it up. Aurora, how to tell people how they make you feel, how to just get it out of your system when it's silently killing you. You just have to have courage and also, tell yourself it's okay to be honest. I lost 13 kilograms in 3 months. I do not have any appetite for food. Boy, that's one way to lose weight. I'm sorry, Mohammed. I hope you're going to find treatment. There is a way out. It's John again. Did you read The Choice? John, you are amazing. I just got The Choice out of the library yesterday, and now you are here to tell me to look at it. Check on me next week. I'm going to start reading it tonight. Thank you, John Gilligan. I guess you think it's an inspirational book. Marcus Aurelius Meditations, Seneca, Letters from a Stoic. And what about them? Oh, they're good books, yes. Stoicism was amazing. And Marcus Aurelius Meditations, my grandfather created the cold air balloon. It didn't take off. Wow. The Power of Now is good for anxiety. Good one, Rudy. Yes. And what is Rudy saying? What did Rudy say? What did Rudy say? I can't find him. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Yes, I've heard of that book. God, there were some wise people going back. Oh, here's a $64,000 question. If somebody can tell me this, I'll send them a free chart. A person who was born today in America said this: the grandeur that was, let me see, the glory that was Greece and the grandeur that was Rome. Who said that? The glory that was Greece and the grandeur that was Rome. A person who was born today said that. It's not who you think it is. Someone tell me who said that, and I will send you a free chart of self-care activities to improve your mood. Thanks. Let me know if you can tell me. Rhapsody in Blue is a fun piece of play. Played it with a couple of different orchestras. Wow, you are amazing, Anthony. Doug, if hospitalization is necessary for my depression, will I be allowed to continue taking my same psych meds? Well, it all depends on what the hospital psychiatrist says. If you are being admitted under your own psychiatrist, then of course, if he has hospital privileges or she does, you'll be able to take your own meds. If not, the psychiatrist at the hospital will let you know, and if he thinks they're working fine, if he wants to make a change, he'll recommend it. Sometimes hospitalization in the short term can reset the brain. That chastity, narrow aura, I'm going through that very thing. It's eating me alive. It's very difficult to express my feelings. Well, yeah. How about taking a tennis racket and hitting the couch and yelling, "No, no!" That's one good way to do it. That's called bioenergetics. But yes, for some people it's very difficult to express feelings. Again, go to a therapist. That's what they're trained in. They can help you move through that. The Shack is a good movie about forgiveness, Don. What is it about? Probiotics are very good. Yes, you're right. Mohammed does need professional help. Progress, not perfection. The guy, that's from the 12-step programs. I was hospitalized a couple of weeks ago because I was called and told the hospital I needed them to keep me safe, that I have 2 little girls who need me, but they discharged me after 4 days. Sana Ismail, that's the way hospitals are. They only take care of you for a short period of time. Back when I was 18 in 1967, and I went in the hospital, 1 month was considered a short stay. They used to hospitalize people for a year, sometimes 2 years, if you read the book Girl Interrupted. But right now, hospitalization is not for long-term stays, it's for crisis management, and out you go. So yes, that is really sad. Now, what about an intensive outpatient program in Denmark? That is what would really, really help you. Call the hospital, see if they offer that, or call your psychiatrist. Get recommended to an intensive outpatient program 5 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day. That gives you the structure and the tools to help you out. Yeah, of course it's terrible, a guy. Anthony Nelson, what is the pirate's favorite letter? You would definitely think it was R, but it was actually the C. Okay, Anthony. Arnold Schwarzenegger, what about him? Do they have intensive outpatient? Most large cities have intensive outpatient programs run by a hospital. All right, Mohammed. Depression lies about the future. You can gain back your hope. Hey, if you send me your email address, I will send you my chapter on hope. Who said Edgar Allan Poe? James D., you're amazing. Send me your email address. How did you know that? It was a poem he wrote. It's called For Helen. It's on today's Writer's Almanac. Okay, here it is. It's all yours, James D. Send me your email address at douglasblock@gmail.com. I send you that chart. Did you look that up, or did you know that? If you, Edgar Allan Poe, it's actually Edgar Allan Poe. You were close enough. All right, it is now 40 minutes to the hour, 2/3 of the way. We could use another donation to keep me going, as well as coffee. I did not fill the other bird feeder. I feel so guilty, but in 20 minutes I'll be liberated to help them out. Yes, do you have access to emergency care? Very good point, D-Star. I've been in outpatient for 5 months, Douglas, so they've tried different meds and therapy. I asked for ECT, but they told me I'm not a candidate if I'm young, have no history of depression. Well, that's stupid. Well, I don't want to basically contradict your psychiatrist. I can't diagnose over the air, but if it's your first depressive episode and nothing is working, I mean, I know young people have had ECT, but again, I'm not your psychiatrist. But ketamine oil, CBD oil, yep, very good. Ask what other treatments they have in Denmark. Do they have ketamine treatments? Do they have also something called TMS? Find out about other things to do besides medication. They do exist. Yes, ketamine treatments are really big in the U.S. Pos Karos, I have a crush on someone and can't get myself to talk to him as anxiety and defeating thoughts stop me. Also, he's always in a group. What should I do? Should I just text him? We have texted before. Well, I'm not able to give romantic advice over the internet, but you might want to talk to a good friend or a family member and get some advice. Texting is a way to reach out to people without a whole lot of social exposure. And again, finding a therapist to help you work through your feelings of fear is always a good thing. But yeah, I always think, better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. But again, you need to consult with people whom you trust in your environment. What kind of birds come to my feeder? Mostly finches, goldfinches, house finches, and I have a special feeder for hummingbirds, and I love hummingbirds. Lost track of time, SB. Hey, I want to read your comments for sure that you left. And by the way, Anthony Olson, did you read all 10 chapters? I can send you some more stuff. If you've read all 10 chapters of my book, please let me know, and I'll send you part 2. Okay? The 10 chapters were simply part 1. My book has 4 parts. Jason Clulo, be careful using CBD oil if you're on meds. You're an assistant professor. You will be promoted to associate professor in May. Well, that's a reason to hang on. That's something to live for. That's a purpose. Good for you, Mohammed. Look, if you're at a university, there's basically people there who are sophisticated and can show you good mental health treatment. Yes, Lagai, your gut brain has much to do with treatment. Depression, I have a video called You Want a Healthy Brain? You want a happy brain? Create a healthy gut. Did you see that, Lagai? Wow. Good work, Lazy Ranch. You and your son are going to have appointments with psychiatrists. Good for you. The book is profoundly insightful and hopeful. Whose book are you talking about? Oh, my book. SB, when it's published, you're going to be the first. I'm actually going to have you on the cover. SB says, a profoundly insightful and hopeful book. I'm going to quote you on that, seriously. Can we see your bird feeders, please, Doug? I can't turn this computer around. It would completely destroy everything, but I will take a picture right now. How's that? Here's my iPhone. By the way, there's lots of, okay, here we go. Well, why can't, there we are. I'm trying to get my bird feeder in here and I can't do it. God, it is so hard. Oh well, oh there's a bird feeder right there. Okay, I'll show that one to you. All right, don't suffer in silence. Yes, you read the first 10? Okay, I'll send you part 2. What do you use to attract your hummingbirds? I love them too. It's called nectar. It's 2 cups of water and 1/2 cup of sugar, boiled, and then you let it sit. Can depression be the underlying cause of anxiety? Yes, they often go the same way. I found an Army support group that meets up, says SB. I'll be trying it out this evening. Okay, so I should have my iPad this time. I don't know if you can see it through the shades. You see the bird feeder? It's right up in the upper right-hand side or left-hand side. There's the bird feeder. And there are no birds at that bird feeder because it's empty, which is why I feel so guilty, which is why I have to get out of it. Oh my God, 22% left. The computer's going to die. It's very liberating to share these feelings, says Susan McDonald. Eliza Hopkins says, I've struggled with fatigue and low moods for almost over a year. Eventually discovered that I had raised thyroxine levels. Following treatment, I'm fine. You know that, Lagai, $20.98 Canadian. Peace be with you all. Peace be with you, Lagai. Lisa, I'd love to meet you one day. I think you're in Ontario. You're somewhere up in Canada. I know that. Sana Ismail, they tell me that I don't look depressed, that they have people who are more sick than me, who can't come out of bed. I can do everything I did before. I'm not crippled, but on inside I'm on fire. Sana, whoever tells you that, that's ridiculous. People can look fine on the outside and be suffering on the inside. Outer appearances do not always show what's going on inside. Would you all agree? You need to find a really good psychiatrist who knows how much you're suffering. I know how much you're suffering. Why? You know, they didn't think I was that depressed when I went to the hospital in '82. They just warehoused me there for a month and didn't do anything for me. Kay Bailey, you can share here. Absolutely, I know Kay Bailey. He used to be on this channel a lot. Anyone know a support group in London? Oh my God, there must be. Check out the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, or go, you know, okay, so there's a Prince Harry. What's it called? What's it called in England? Someone look it up. It's called Heads Up or something. Prince Harry's, I want you to look this up, UK people. Oh, it's called Heads Together? Okay, Prince Harry's mental health. You know, he suffered from depression after his mother died, of course. I want you to look this up for me, okay? I think it's called Heads Together. Oh, I wish I could type. Could you look that up, somebody? The charity that Prince Harry started, it's all over England now. I think it's called Heads Together. Contact them and they'll show you some support groups in London. Samara has helped me. Absolutely. That's the other thing you should call. I wish I could. Let me go look at your name again. Najaranjan. Yes, go check up the Samaritans in England. Write to them, look them up on the internet, and also look up Heads Together, the mental health charity started by Prince Harry. You will get good contacts there and clues for who you can find in London. Wow, you study linguistics, Mohammed. You're a smart man. You went to Harry's mom's funeral. Wow, Mr. Parent, that was amazing. That was 1997. What a sad thing that was. All of England, Britain, UK mourned over her death. Anyway, I still need you to tell me what his charity is, everybody. I want to make sure that Najaran knows that charity, the contact. 48 minutes gone. 80 people. We've hit 80 for the second time. Thank you. MD Nixon. Yay, MD Nixon from Germany, now studying Austria. I'm currently studying very much so. I couldn't really join LifeChat lately. I will go for now, but in 2 weeks I have time again. I'm feeling quite well, though. Until then, bye. Here we are, MD Nixon from Germany. Was a mess 6 months ago, and now he's in Austria studying psychology. Do you see what's going on? Depression can be treated. Pain is not forever. Depression is not forever. Feeling hopeless is not forever. You just have to hang in there. You have to use your will to live and the help of other people. Check out my new video, which is coming in a couple of weeks. The will to live is your greatest ally. And someone just gave me, oh, you are not your brain. Right. I need to do a video on that. One called Mind in the UK. Very good, very good. Mind is for people, young men, yes. Heads here is correct, Doug. Very good, Susan. I have a very good memory from my mother. Yeah, Mind in the UK. That's a great. I'm 71. I've had chronic depression all my life. EMDT has helped. I've taken all kinds of meds. I think I'm in EMDR. And by the way, I'm turning 71 next month, if you can believe it, boys and girls. So I am your age, MK04. I'm glad you've done EMDR. I think that's what you meant. Judy Gosnell from France Pass, Oregon. I appreciate your program, Douglas. Usually can't watch it live, but today I can. Always relevant. I hope you didn't say irrelevant. No. Judy Gosnell lives right down the I-5 corridor. She's going to come up and take me out to lunch. Unfortunately, I have only 14% left on my battery, but I'm going to plug it in if I need to. Thank you, Judy. Come visit me in Portland. I think he means EMDR. I think that's what he means. That's called rapid eye therapy. SB, tomorrow I'm 52. Last year on my birthday I found you. Well, happy birthday. God, you're a young whippersnapper, Stephanie. Anyway, EMDR means eye movement desensitization reprocessing, also rapid eye therapy. It was discovered by a psychologist on the East Coast. When people dream, they have rapid eye movement, and often people think they're discharging feelings and emotions. So if you can induce that while a person is awake, they can let go of trauma. A lot of people really subscribe to it, including some professionals. EMDR is something you should check out and research, and of course always do this under the auspices of a doctor. Hi Doug, can one recover from mental breakdown, burnout? Okay, I experienced one 2 years ago and I'm getting back into the work. Could there have been brain changes, damage? No, I mean there could have been temporarily, but when you recover, the brain comes back to normal. My God, a squirrel just jumped down from my roof into a bird feeder. Great job, MD Nixon. What an inspiration you are. Anyway, yes, I have a video called Does Depression Cause Brain Damage? Temporarily, the hippocampus shrinks, but then when you get better, it gets back to its old size. I have been so laid low ever since I've been 18. I have been times where I never thought I would function again. Yet here I am. People are resilient. Human beings are resilient. Human beings survive the most horrible things, plagues, wars, breakdowns, cancer, heart disease. People are strong, and so are you. Yes, you can recover, and I just want to make sure when you go back to work, you're in a more, gentle environment, and take care of yourself. Check in with yourself. If you start to feel like you're burning out, take a break, take a day off, ask for a mental health holiday. Yes, EMDR, thanks. Of course, MAKO4. Where are you? I love your abbreviation. Where do you live? Lazy Wrench, kids are hard work, especially when they reach teens. Of course they are. Don't take your child personally. You did the best you can. Usually, when kids rebel, they come back to their parents if they've have a bond with them early on. This is just a phase they're going through, as my mother used to tell me. How long does it take to feel happy again? Well, it depends on each person. You know, in America, they're doing things called psilocybin research for depression. Sometimes it happens really quickly, but in general, it takes as long as it takes. But the point is, you can, weeping is for the night, but joy comes in the morning, says the psalmist. So therefore, the joy does come back, the happiness does come back. How long it takes, it depends on each person, but the fact is it's coming back. Do not give up hope. Do not give up hope. Do not quit. You can get well. Look at MJ Nixon. Look at Anthony Olson. Look at somebody else, and there's somebody else who basically, I think it's Robert Jenkins. All these people have recovered. Look at Douglas Block. Look at Stephanie. We've all recovered from horrible depressions. Human beings are resilient. Human beings can heal. You can heal. Can depression affect your coordination? Yeah, it makes you slow down. Absolutely. So, Super Silver J, did I answer your question? Yeah, can you believe it or not? It's almost a year since your birthday. Yes, Stephanie, happy birthday. Glenn Armitage, Douglas, you're a legend. Really? I finally turned a quarter thanks to you. Well, can you at least nominate me for a Nobel Prize? Hypnotherapy and Eckhart Tolle, all my love to you and every suffering, but in the same breath you have to suffer to grow. That is true, isn't it? Yes. Growth through pain. I have an essay in Words That Heal about that. Call with my name, Harvreen Gata. Sarah Shanahan, be strong, guys. We're not alone. Absolutely. That's why we're here. Awesome, Glenn Armitage. Similar movies that are good. It's a Wonderful Life. Of course, that's my favorite movie of all time. He realizes what his life would have been, what life would have been in the world if he had not lived. Everybody here has a purpose. Everybody here can make a contribution. We're all needed, every one of us. Nobody is inconsequential, believe me. How do we nominate you for a Nobel Prize? We simply call the Nobel Committee in Switzerland, They'll say, who the hell is he, for heaven's sakes? Well, he has a YouTube channel. Not enough. He has to be famous. Well, you can give it a try. Just keep swimming. Yes, swimming is wonderful. And Chom Choms, I don't know how used all the dad jokes are, but you may have heard this one before. I stole it. I ate a clock and it was very time consuming. I even went back for seconds. Thank you, Chom Choms. Always good for a bad joke. Rock Orban, I went through it really bad about 4 years ago. I was hospitalized for a week because of it. Now I'm going through it again, trying to stay strong. Well, Rock Orban, you came out of it once, you'll come out of it again. The past is the best predictor of the future. If you came out of it before, you'll come out of it again. We have 4 minutes left, 7% on the computer. Will the computer die before this chat is over? I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to basically plug it in a minute. Anyone else here who can watch a beautiful sunrise and not feel anything but pain because the chemistry in your brain is messed up and you can't enjoy anything anymore? That is the definition of depression, Sana. The inability to experience pleasure. That someone once described that as the brain condition where you cannot enjoy a sunrise or sunset. Absolutely, but guess what? This is not forever. This is not permanent. You could enjoy a sunset before and you can join it again. Let's all say that to Sana. You could enjoy a sunset before, you can do so again. Your brain can and will be restored if you just hang in there long enough. Trust me. I'm speaking from personal experience. This is not theory. This is not speculation. This is not something I read in a book. This is something I've experienced, and so have all of my students and clients and group members and all the people who write me. You can and will recover, period. Who won 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different disciplines? You know who did it? It was a guy from Portland, Oregon. And vitamin C, Linus Pauling. How's that? If I'm right, you need to send me $10. All right, let me get my plug because this is about to lose energy. Give me a second here. I'm just going to turn around. Now let's do this. Here we go, boys and girls. I don't want this computer to die. Yikes. Well, give me a second here. Hey, it's good to be coordinated at the age of 70. I did it, even though the screen is shaking. 2 minutes left and the computer will not die. Okay, progress not perfection, says Lagai. Sometimes it's like to be, that's why, do you know that when we laugh, laughter stimulates the same part of the brain that cocaine and methamphetamine does? It's inherently rewarding. Humor is inherently rewarding. That's why it's good that you tell horrible jokes, all you guys. Humor makes the brain happy. What do you think about that? It's a Wonderful Life was really good. Do you have any suggestion movies that are good? Oh my God, so many of them. Go type in inspirational movies. What about the new Mr. Rogers movie, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood? There were some. What about Ghost? Oh my God, with Whoopi Goldberg won Best Supporting Actress. There are so many inspirational movies that have been made in Hollywood. Anything that by Frank Capra, you can't take it with you. Anyway, hey, Drayton, nice to hear from you. Catherine, don't spell part backwards, it's a trap. Ha ha ha. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Thank you, Sarah Shanahan. I always wanted to see that movie. Wasn't Jim Carrey in it? By the way, was I right? Someone asked me who was the only person to win a Nobel Prize in 2 different disciplines. I said Linus Pauling. Am I right, Jason Cluo? Tell me if I'm right. Marie Curie? No. Also, it's true, but Linus Pauling won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry and the Nobel Peace Prize. So there are 2 people. Marie Curie, who died of radiation poisoning. San Israel, DKK, $35. Thanks for keeping me here. Hey, it's my pleasure. That's 35 of course Krona, but that's okay. I should have watched humor growing up. Somebody's laughing. I don't know what. Jim Carrey was in that movie. Yes, but it's serious and beautiful. Yes, it was, and I want to see it again. He's a very underrated actor. He's also very, very funny. And also, you know what? Jim Carrey, C-A-R-E-Y, has suffered from depression. He's even written about it and talked about it. It's 1 o'clock, but we have 1 minute left on this live chat. Any final donations here? Anybody follow up on Sana Ismail? $100. If you give me $100, I'll send you a copy of my book. But of course, I don't really expect that. Drayton, I just wanted to share with everyone that flow state is something that's super helpful and isn't talked much about. Yes, I can't do the guy's name because it's Mikhail Chechnyhai or something. He's Polish, but physics and chemistry, yes. And Linus Pauling also did chemistry and peace. But anyway, a book called Flow, yes, you should all read that. It basically says when you're engaged in something and completely absorbed, time stands still, and you get into this like higher state. Very, very true. That's why I write, because it takes me out of my pain and depression. Anything you can do that can turn your mind outward, away from your ruminating, away from your self-absorption, into the world is a good thing. Piano playing for Anthony Olson, writing for me, artistry, helping people, working in a soup kitchen. And it is now 1 hour, 3 minutes. 1 hour actually in 6 seconds, 70 people to watching. And now Life of Brian, yes, that's very funny. Anything by Monty Python's hilarious. Okay, yes, depression does mess with the flow state. Depression messes with everything. Hi Doug, thanks for the advice. Just to say that your video in 2018 were very helpful for me when I was in a bad place. And Karen Packard's videos, she's from the UK. Yes, a lot of really good resources on YouTube. There's always help out there. And I got to help my birds. So it is now, guess what? Oh my goodness, I'm going to be at the Oregon coast next week on Sunday. What are we going to do? I'm going to try to see if they can give me an extra hour to stay at the hotel before I check out. And I don't know how good the lighting is going to be or the sound, but I'm going to do my best to be here. I will be traveling. I will be checking out of a hotel, but I will do my best to be here at 12 o'clock noon Pacific time, 8 o'clock UK time, 3 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Central time. I will do my best on 9 o'clock Paris time, Germany time, etc., etc. And ciao, thank you, Mr. Brooklyn. And someone who loves Venice needs to tell me where to go in Italy. Thank you for all the time and content that you share with us. I'm going to keep doing it until I take my last breath, I hope. Everybody be safe. Everybody treat yourself well. And remember, this too shall pass. Is Joan going with you? I'm going with my best friend on a riding tour. Joan has to stay home and take care of Bruce. He'd be lost without us. By the way, speaking of the birds, I highly recommend you watch The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, but not when you're depressed. That's a pretty intense movie. Take care. And until we meet again next week, hopefully from the Oregon coast, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. And you guys can chat for another 10 minutes just amongst yourselves.